When I first found out about long snapping, my first thought was maybe I could play for Alabama doing this.
Playing at Bryant-Denny Stadium, a dream for high schoolers everywhere, but it became a reality for lifelong Crimson Tide fan and Florence native Kneeland Hibbett when he embraced his opportunity as a preferred walk-on in 2021.
As soon as I got to Tuscaloosa, I mean, it was extremely surreal, and being able to be around the guys that I was watching a season before, since I was such a big fan, I mean, it was just a really cool experience. But the moment I got here and got the opportunity, there was just no stopping my mind from telling myself I'm going to be the starting snapper for the next 4 years.
And that's what Hibbett did. From snapping and occasionally even catching a touchdown pass as a Florence Falcon,
Caleb Mahan finds Kneeland Hibbett in the end zone, 14-yard touchdown,
to becoming a 4-year starter and first-team All-SEC selection at the University of Alabama. The long snapper has accomplished a lot, and his old high school coach says he respects that he found a way to get himself on the field.
He doesn't necessarily have the body type to be an Alabama offensive lineman or Alabama tight end or all those kinds of things, but he does have one to be able to snap the ball with great velocity and cover punts and protect on field goals and all those kinds of things. So I think it was very perceptive on his part to be able to identify, hey, if I want to do what I've always dreamed of doing, I've got to do it differently than some other people.
During the offseason, Alabama head coach Kneeland Hibbett pointed out that long snappers are often undervalued by a lot of people, but the new leader in T-Town proved he isn't in line with that thinking, putting Hibbett on scholarship heading into his final season as a member of the Crimson Tide.
He deserves that. He's rock solid and just a great person. We have senior talks that we do, and he started us off last week and knocked it out of the park. Just you can see the type of leader that he is, and how much the guys trust and believe in him, how much they respect him.
Now, the guy who probably has to have the most trust in him is punter and field goal holder James Burnett. The Aussie won his starting job the same year as Hibbett, and the chemistry between the two is obvious.
Just being able to have that relationship with Kneeland, knowing exactly where that ball was going to come, how quick it's coming, and just knowing each other off the field as well is really helpful when it comes to game time, just knowing that we have each other's back.
But it takes more than just on-field friendships to manage the pressures of student-athlete life at Alabama, and luckily through it all, Hibbett says his mom has been one call away.
She's been in a lot of situations I've been in. She went to college here, went through a lot of adversity as a family together, and she's always just been extremely supportive of me and anything I needed to do.
Hibbett says his dream is to play in the NFL, but for the time being, he's just focusing on the season ahead. But if he is remembered for anything from his time in Tuscaloosa, he hopes it's this.
You don't have to have a star role to be a leader, have an impact on the team. When I talked to him, I said, I can't go out and make the game-winning play or score the game-winning touchdown for our team, but I can do stuff right off the field and leave an impact to show guys what the standard is.
Hibbett and the Crimson Tide continue the regular season on Saturday in a Week 2 matchup versus the University of South Florida. In Tuscaloosa, I'm Nick Kuzma, Fox 54 Sports.